The internet is full of strange rabbit holes, but every now and then you stumble upon one that feels less like a mystery and more like a myth being born in real time. This is the story of Zero Antarctica and the musician at its center, Hillbilly Guitard. His videos usually open the same way: a flicker of static and the deep, late afternoon green of the Ozark Mountains. A figure sits on a weathered dock, silhouetted against the shimmering water of Bull Shoals Lake, an acoustic guitar resting in his lap. You never see his face clearly. The anonymity is part of the appeal, but his hands are always in perfect focus, calloused and quick. They don't just strum the guitar. They conjure sounds from it. He slaps the bass strings, creating a percussive rhythm like stones skipping on water. His fingers snap the high strings against the fretboard, a crackle and pop that sounds less like music and more like the very heartbeat of the hills. He calls this style hillbilly ambient. The audio is just as important as the visuals. It's deliberately degraded, sounding like a forgotten VHS tape discovered in a damp cellar. A clean, classic country lick will suddenly stretch, warp, and dissolve into a cavernous echo, as if the note itself just fell into a deep sinkhole. He layers these sounds with the low hum of distant power lines, the digital chirp of a malfunctioning fish finder, or the thrum of a far-off generator. This is the sound of what he calls Ozark's Futurism, a glitched fusion of deep-rooted tradition and modern wiring, of folklore and frequency. His vlogs are cryptic, like journal entries from another dimension. In one video, titled Water Memory Bootleg 7, the camera is tossed onto the seat of a small boat, capturing shaky, intimate footage of the water at dusk. His voice, a low Ozark murmur, drifts over the audio. He says the lake isn't just for bass fishing and tourists. He talks about the old-timers, the ones who were there before the dam was built. They say Bull Shoals has a memory. It swallowed whole towns, churches, and graveyards. And sometimes, he says, when the generators at the dam cycle, or a satellite passes overhead at just the right moment, the lake plays those memories back. Then the screen glitches, a burst of analog snow, and for just a few frames, a tall, distorted figure is visible, standing impossibly on the surface of the water before vanishing. This is the boogeyman. The boogeyman isn't a monster in the traditional sense. It's the soul of the project. It's a manifestation of the region's untamed supernatural truth, a symbol for all the weirdness that hums just beneath the surface. In his song, Boogeyman's Holler, he uses a guitar slide to create a sound that's not quite human and not quite animal, a wailing, resonant feedback that seems to echo from the limestone bluffs themselves. The video for that song is just a slow pan across a thermal image of the woods, where you can see phantom heat signatures moving between the cold, dark trees. The lore expands on his website, zeroantarctica.com. It's more than a place to buy his music. It's an archive. You will find scanned pages from obscure local history books right next to pixel art of Ozark topography mapped onto circuit boards. There's a manifesto, the glitch in the topography, which argues that the region's isolation didn't make it backwards. Instead, it made it the perfect quiet place for strange signals to gather, whether they're spiritual, extraterrestrial, or digital. He sells his albums, but also field recordings with names like Substation Hum, Mile Marker 181, or Night Insects, Bull Shoals Caverns, Slowed and Reversed. What Hillbilly Guitard is doing is a radical act of re-mythologizing. He's taking the stereotype of the backwoods and turning it completely on its head. In his world, the Ozarks aren't a place left behind by the future. They are its secret testing ground. The flicker of a fluorescent light in an old bait shop, the hum of a data center secretly built in a hollow, the way mist rises off the lake like cooling fluid. It's all part of the same system. A system where one man with a guitar can tap into the rhythm, find the glitch in the map, and give a new voice to the silence. He calls it the Bull Shoals Boogeyman. And for anyone willing to listen, it's an old story being told in a new, strange, and electric tongue. Thanks for watching.